All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Mashiach, Yahawashi. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And shalom to Mighty Akim and Akwat out there who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. And today's topic, I'm going to go into as 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 the title of the stream says, World War III, and basically all the prophecies that are, you know, drawing things to a close. We're almost out of here, basically, through the, through the will of the Most High Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right. So, firstly, I'm gonna get this news article from RFEL rferl.org or Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty. Slovakia. Zelensky says Ukraine has suffered serious losses after Russian airstrikes pound dozens of targets. Okay, and well, actually, first I want to show this video right here. Yeah, so like you see that this is serious. Like things are going crazy right now. Also, I'm trying to find there was uh they attacked what was it an airport, Ukraine International Airport. Oh, there, Ukraine says full scale invasion is already underway. Now, bombed. Oh, I believe that was it, that video that I just showed you. Yeah, massive bombings in multiple airports in Ukraine. So Russia's already started. They're already attacking. Russia bombed several airports in Ukraine. Okay, well, you can read it. Well, that's it. That's basically it. They they just said 5 hours ago that they bombed um oh, not 5 hours ago, not too long ago, but yeah, they bombed Slovak. They bombed Ukraine airport. Okay, Russia's attacking them. This is a literal declaration of war. We're going into war. This is happening today. All right, this is 11 hours ago. Okay, so we're at war right now. But coming back to this RFERL article, um, President Zelensky has told his nation that President of I believe Ukraine, yeah, Ukraine. Let me just verify. Yep, he's the president of Ukraine. Okay, so has told his nation that Ukraine suffered serious losses in the initial stages of Russia's long period attack early in February 24th. So today, as I am doing the stream, all right, and with an advisor saying at least 40 people had been killed. Okay. Zelensky also said he was breaking diplomatic ties with Moscow and he urged Russians who had not lost their honor to protest their government's actions. Zelensky spoke in a televised address on, well, actually, first of all, I want to deal with that. Now he's trying to appeal to their mercy. Like people, we're not going to there, Slakia, there's not going to be no mercy or any. people regarding other people's lives. All right, where is it? Okay, Second Timothy chapter 3 from the top. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parent, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of Yahweh, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of this truth. So, these are the type of people that that are going to be doing. It's like they're going to be present during the end times. And this guy, the president Zelensky, expecting mercy to come, from saying by saying, "Oh, you guys, if you have honor, tell protest your government's actions, make them stop, let them be sane, be let them think about others." Okay, like, and that's not going to happen. That's not going to be the case. It's going to be full on, every man for himself and whatnot. All right. Slakia. Zelensky spoke in a televised address on February 24th, shortly after Russian missiles had targeted air bases and military infrastructure in at least 25 cities after Russian President Putin ordered a special operation to demilitarize its neighbor and rival. The attack began in the early hours of February 24th, with explosion and sirens being heard in the capital, Kiev, whatever that says, and at its Borispil airport, and witnesses reporting missile blasts in many other cities, including Kharkiv, all these cities. The attack prompted outrage and denunciations from the West and elsewhere as fears grew of a major war in the middle of Europe. NATO ambassadors said the alliance had agreed to beef up its land, sea, and air forces on its eastern flank near Ukraine and Russia after Putin ordered the attack on Ukraine. Okay, basically, NATO is the alliance between a bunch of different governments and whatnot. Okay, 26 as I just showed. Um, NATO ambassadors said in a statement after emergency talks on February 24th that we have increased the readiness of our forces to respond to all contingencies. Let's see, but well, that's basically it. Basically, Russia has attacked Ukraine. Okay, so that's basically the first start to Yahawadah, the first start to World War III popping off. All right, and moving on, moving forward, or reading more. I think that's no, that's it. Yeah, this is basically the same thing. Yeah. So as you can see, um, firstly, Russia has played their hand, and they're starting to make things go. So, and with the whole how America has is known for their pride, that they're gonna want to start something as well. All right. Now, moving on into another thing that I want to bring out was in this news article, News Nation Now, body cam video shows officer ambush shot in Phoenix. Okay, so what I want to show here is the fact that Jake is starting to rebel, or Jake's starting to get fed up of getting gunned down in the streets. All right, that's why you see that's why you're gonna see after this ad is done playing, what's gonna happen. Hold on one second. All right, so basically, what you saw was this Jake had ambushed, or I guess in the easiest phrase, had ambushed or set up, laid a trap for a copy. It called and said, "Hey, someone is dying. Someone is choking on their own blood." As you saw, as you as you saw that he said, and then when he got close, he got very close to him, and then he just pulled out a gun and started shooting him. Clearly, as they said, he actually got the cop, but he didn't kill the cop. The which is, I don't condone it, but I'm kind of wondering, like, if he was point blank in your face like that, how did you miss? How did you actually miss? But whatever, whatever about that detail. Well, that wasn't even really me, to be honest. I saw someone else make that comment. I thought that was pretty funny to mention. But um, in all jokes aside, um, the fact that yeah, he said the cop was shot multiple times, but the cop was unable to return fire because his arm was severely injured. And the 999, as I just showed, it's like officer down, officer needs help immediately, like an SOS alert, where like cops have to immediately, or like we have to hurry up, we have to come help and whatnot. So yeah, that's basically what had happened. And you know, I guess Jake is finally done. Even though yes, um, even though yes, this was kind of like inevitable. You know, getting tired of getting gunned down and whatnot. But at the same time, um, at the same time, you know, we're supposed to wait on the Most High to deliver us. Okay, let me see. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 22. Say not thou, I will recompense evil, but wait on the Lord, and he shall save thee. So we're not supposed to be the ones that's saying we're gonna recompense evil. We're gonna, you know, kill all these cops for George Floyd and all these um Jakes that have died. Okay, it's not our position to do so. Okay, even though, but again, also in addition to that, that's also a part of basically the s- the separation, or the division between the 1/3 of Israel and the 2/3 of Israel, because the 2/3 are going to be the ones that go and do these things that they're not supposed to be doing. All right, and while the 1/3, we are going to, you know, wait on the Most High. All right, and there was another video I want to show you. Okay, so very clearly, you see this Edomite woman was just walking out at night, like all happy go lucky, thinking like nothing's gonna happen at night by herself. And then this Jake just came up literally at the, I guess, worst time for him, and then just, you know, was snatching her up. And who knows what he's gonna do to her, has done to her, and all this stuff like that. And you know, it's not, it's gonna be what's the word, intensified or amplified a lot more during Jacob's trouble. Okay, because you know, when all hell breaks loose, there's not g- it just being out there even in broad daylight, you know, as like a parallel example, is going to be a lot worse. Okay, and even the brother in this video, he even mentions how, you know, it's just things are not going to be good for you women out there. All right, but yeah, who knows what he could Jake could be doing or planning. But the main thing is the fact that, you know, Jake Jake is doing something now. All right, and it's not that's a 2/3 of Jake, not the 1/3. The 1/3 has no business doing any of this stuff. All right, we're not even supposed to be taking advantage of any chaos, like how there were people looting during Black Lives Matter. We're not supposed to be stealing is a sin. We're not supposed to be stealing. All right, we're not supposed to be taking part in any of this chaos. Keep keep to ourselves and let the Most High take care of you. You don't go out and do, basically all these things that these wicked Israelites are doing slash heathens in general. All right, which primarily it was Edomites that was taking advantage of the Black Lives Matter protests and going out to loot. All right, and there was even a video where it was Eve. She was saying, "Hey, don't go looting. Okay, you guys are ruining our ruining the protests. Okay." She was trying to stop people from looting. But there's here's one more video. Once again, another one today of some cops getting ambushed in Florida, Orlando, Florida. Well, this particular we don't know the people. I'll see if I can find out if they are Jakes or not. But you know, it is not a good time to be a cop. And how the fuck do they have those gigantic ass guns? Or why do they have those? I didn't even know that was allowed. Let's see if we can find out if the cops had described them. Okay, they do. I think I want to say that these are yep, yeah. They don't show their faces. Yep. Okay. Well, yeah. It's Jake. It was Jake. You know, like I said, Jake is getting fed up with being gunned down by the police. All right. This is literally if you want to get technical, two separate instances that I showed. Well, I think it was three. Was it two or three? No, this is the same one. One, two. Oh yeah, two. So two, and then just this video of this Edomite getting snatched up by Jake. But basically, Jake is Jake's fed up. All right, Jake is you know fighting back. All right. Now, I'm going to get this precept, Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For a nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. Okay, so nation shall rise against nation. Against Jake against Eve, Slack Jake against Esau. All right, kingdom against kingdom, Russia against Ukraine, and there's going to be famines. Famines are coming very soon. Honestly, I, the people have been panic buying. Okay, which has resulted in a shortage in in um in a food. Okay, because people are trying to get ready for Slakia, primarily the Edomites have been panic buying because they're trying to get ready for what's going down because they know what's about to happen. But what they're doing, they're preparing in a carnal sense because I heard a lot of Edomites are like moving and whatnot. They're just doing a whole bunch of like war prep. I've seen a bunch of them even as I go to the store, getting a bunch of water. Like they had there was this one Edomite that had like a cart full of water. It was just the cart had water literally everywhere on that cart. The cart had literally water everywhere he could fit it. All right, like they're literally preparing. All right, and then they said that the panic buying is what's making it so that there's not going to be any uh food. Um, there's gonna be a shortage of food, and then on top of that, in Canada, there's the protests with the truckers because of the um the um the jab. Okay, um that protest has led to the truckers just not going to work, and then I believe I heard someone say as a result that's I think I forgot exactly what it was, but basically the the protest has resulted in a shortage of a shortage of food, or it's going to result in a shortage of food. Okay, because I don't think there's going to be they're going to be able to move to America or Canada, or vice versa. So no moving from Canada to America or the other way around, or even within Canada. So that obviously creates a problem in food shortages. And then on top of that, another um, factor is the fact that I believe there was farmers that were being paid to uh, I think burn their crops or something about destroy their crops. Okay, so they just m- m- it's like more and more factors that are pushed in order to show that the famine is coming soon, and the pestilence is obviously what the the situation that we're in now, the world is in right now. Okay, and very soon, as as it is written, earthquakes in diverse places. So very soon, Slaki, you should expect to see that soon, as all the prophecy comes to pass. In verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay. Verse 9, then shall they deliver you to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Okay. So this is what is coming. This is what we have to prepare for. Okay. When we're being afflicted, we have to be ready to endure. All right. Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be hard, but endure unto the end and will be saved. All right. Now, Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? All right. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish, uh, and are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right. Now, where is that one more? Okay, and another precept to that is First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay, so basically, uh, during all this time, when all the prophecies are coming to pass, when all the trials and tribulations, when all the death and destruction is coming, when when Saki, the death and destruction is all going to be creeping up, but you know, for Babylon specifically, they're going to ignore it. Like, not many people are actually aware of Russia attacking Ukraine. Okay, yeah, you have a few people like the doomsday preppers and whatnot on Esau's side, but in the general masses, they don't really pay attention to the um to what's going on, like the news or world news or whatnot. You go to Twitter. Okay, so very apparently, Twitter is down right now. Let me try on my phone to see if they're actually like, are they actually down? Okay, I don't. It's not them. I think it's me. Maybe Twitter said it mistakenly blocked accounts sharing videos of Russian Slovakia, of Russian invasion of Ukraine from business insider.com. So how do they accidentally do that? The suspensions affected open source. Wait, they okay, here, right here, right? This in this bullet point. When questioned by Insider on what rules the accounts were thought to have broken, a spokesperson mentioned Twitter's policy on synthetic and manipulated media, which applies to misinformation. So the same way that they were complaining about misinformation on um the juice, I guess, is the same way that they thought, oh, let's get rid of this thing, because they don't want people to know what's going on very clearly. That's why they stopped that. But now, with, I guess, being interviewed and being addressed about it, then they're putting it back up. But who knows how many brothers accounts they took down, and then they uh they might have taken down like normal news networks, but maybe not, possibly not brothers in the truth, putting or trying to address information like about this. All right. Um, but but very clearly we see that this is what's going on. All right. And uh like I said, the masses, they're not as informed. They're not gonna be um they're not gonna be in the know about stuff like this. All right. They really don't care. It's this They're more worried about themselves. All right. All right, so moving on. Um well, I guess quickly, since I did do have this out, Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Okay, so Esau had a perpetual hatred, and because of this perpetual hatred, he went around slaying Israelites. All right, and then this is what these Israelites fighting back. This is what this is what happened as a result. Yeah, this is what's gonna happen. This is what's happening. All right. Jake is fighting back. Not that I condone it, but you know, he got fed up. Jake got fed up. And Luke chapter 12, verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division. For from henceforth there shall be five in one house divided, three against two and two against three, meaning basically meaning that which is also part of the whole uh suck my the names getting the names mixed up. But basically the stuff, okay? The the whole, not the jab, but the the juice, okay? Basically the juice is what led to division, okay? And I mentioned it in the last video, not the second to last video I did this earlier this week, how you we should all be thinking the same, okay? Amos chapter 3 verse 3, can two walk together except they be agreed? How can two people Slack it, when two people are want the same thing or strive for the same thing, we should think the same, okay? We shouldn't be thinking we shouldn't have different mindsets on how we do things, or just thinking different in general, okay? But Esau wants us to think differently, okay? Esau wants us to be divided, so then we fight amongst each other, okay? There's nothing wrong with us thinking the same way, all right? If we thinking the same way, then that is makes it gives us an easier time to work together in order to you know uh, resolve our issues. All right. If when we're thinking together, we're not conflicting with each other, or trying to fight or try to best one another. All right. That's and that's one of the tricks that Esau wants to do. He wants to divide us, divide and conquer. Okay, that's why you have a lot of coons that are just like, oh, I'm a free thinking. I'm a think for myself, and my thinking for myself leads to me wanting more for Esau than for my own people. That's what that so-called free thinking is yielding. All right, they can't see, or they don't want to admit that Esau is killing us, or Esau doesn't have our best interest at heart. It's just all about him. Vum, okay, uh, sure, but basically, it's just the with the whole free thinking. There's no free thinking. It's we have to all think we have to all come to the same conclusion and have our own best interests at heart. It's okay to have differing opinions on stuff that doesn't matter, but for important things like, okay, so how are we supposed to improve our living situation? Oh, what are we supposed to do when our people are in poverty? What are we supposed to do when uh police are killing us and our lives are constantly being targeted or in danger just for living? All right, but yeah, there's nothing wrong with thinking together. We need to think alike. All right, and even Yahawashi, he's not he didn't come just for everyone to be hugs and kisses. He came to divide people. Okay, let me bring a precept to that. Zechariah. Zechariah chapter 18, verse 9. Slakia. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Most High, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. Okay, so two parts, two thirds. Okay, 2/3 are going to be cut off and die. And the 1/3 is going to be preserved for the kingdom. All right. That's again that's part of the division. Okay. 2/3 meaning if it take a family, okay, a family of three, two out of 2 out of 3 of those people are going to be, wicked Israelites, and the 1/3 or 1 out of every 3 Israelites are going to be, you know, preserved, and then the other two are going to be destroyed, or the rest, the remainder of it. So 1 out of every 3 is going to be preserved and protected. All right. So 1 John chapter 2 verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Okay, so again, it also goes into how you have just these coons. There's no better describer for them. These coons that just love the world. Okay, we're not supposed to love this world, because this world is um thrives off the suffering of the Israelites. All right, and all the things are in this world are carnal. Okay, let me get that as well. As a matter of fact, um, it's in First Corinthians. For a second. Okay, perish. Oh yeah, Second Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. All right. So all this, that's the divide between, carnal and spiritual. The what we, as being spiritual, we see this affliction that we go through as a light thing, but it's not. If you compare it to being if you compare the light affliction to what is promised to us or we're waiting for after we are done with and done enduring, okay, it's gonna be worth it, basically. All right, it's a beautiful large reward for going through this trial and tribulation. All right, and that reward is way better, a million times better than all the the bad or the affliction that we had to go through. All right. Um. Well, that also is the reason why we don't love this world. Don't love what you have now. If you have a lot, don't love what you have now, because there's you should be willing to give it up, give up what you have in order to be prepared for what's coming up. All right. And John chapter 15, verse 19, for Slakia, John 15:19. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Okay, so the world will love the Esau basically loves hearing coons like, what's that guy's name? I think Jesse Anderson. What's that guy's name? Jesse Lee Peterson. Okay, yeah, Jesse Lee Peterson. This is the guy. He's a wait. Is this him? Yes, it is him. Jesse Lee Peterson. He's a well-known coon that just loves fucking Edomites. He just loves them. He hates Israel. He hates his own people. He hates himself. All right. He wishes he was white. All right. That's that's just him as well as all these other coons. They love this world. They don't want to wait for the the kingdom. They just want to be a part of Esau's world. All right. They the they're basically being given the choice, Esau or the Most High. Okay, and they choose Esau. They love the so-called white man. All right, but because if we're in this, if you're in this truth, if and you don't take part in loving this world, then you're gonna be hated. All right, and we are hated. Okay, they call us the Black Hebrew Israelites, the hate group and whatnot, comparing us to they're calling us the Black KKK. All right, like they definitely hate us. All right, and it already this is all prophesied. All right, Second Peter chapter 2 verse 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Okay, so um understand that when all hell breaks loose, okay, destruction is waiting for these wicked two-thirds as well as these heathens. Okay, so all that doomsday prep that they're doing right now, doesn't mean a damn thing. It's not going to save them. It's not they can't avoid what's going to happen to them. They're done for. All right, with that, okay, there's no uh there's no escaping. There's no escaping it. Okay, unless the Most High is dealing with you and the Most High, allowed you to come into this truth. All right, and again, he's saying it says reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment, meaning that yeah, you might not get punished immediately right now. Like if you do something now, you're not gonna get punished for it, but down the line, you know, is a punishment that's coming up. Okay. And you know, the punishment is coming very soon with all these prophecies coming to pass. All right. Verse 10, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government, presumptuous are they, self-willed, they are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. Okay, so they walk after the lust of uncleanness. They walk after their own lust. They're self-willed. Okay, they just don't want to be in order. All right, they're chaotic. Like a perfect example is like the Joker. If you ever watch, DC or whatnot, how or the Dark Knight, how the Joker was talking about chaos or whatever. I don't know. It was a good speech that really um showed showed his mindset and the hypocrisy of basically the government calling themselves order. They're not really order. They're chaos in order. All right, or an ordered chaos or planned chaos or something like that. I forgot the term. I'm pretty sure you can just Google and um find the speech that he did. I think it was during the talk with all the mobsters or whatever. Second Thessalonians, and we're moving on to the end here. Second Thessalonians chapter 3, from the top. Finally, brethren, pray for us that the world of the Most High may have free course and be glorified, even as it is with you, and that we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men. For all men have not faith. Okay, but the Lord is faithful, who shall establish you and keep you from evil. And we have confidence in the Most High touching you, that ye both do and will do the things which we command you. And the Most High direct your hearts into the love of Yahweh and into the patient waiting for Hamashiach. Okay? So basically, at the end of the day, you want to, number one, pray that the Most High is going to be dealing with you, and when he's dealing with you, he he delivers you or pushes you into coming into this truth, okay? As well as when the time of tribulation comes, he's going to deliver you out of the hands of wicked men, all right? And then basically your heart, your, or I guess you in general, all that you are is going to be led to loving the Most High, which is keeping the commandments. Even though the keeping the commandments isn't going to save you, but you still want to. If you love John 14:15, if you love me, keep my commandments. Okay, meaning that you want to aim towards loving, loving the Most High, and waiting for Yahawashi to return, and we're delivered. All right. But with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High Yahawah Mashiach Yahawashi, double honor to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, and with that, I want to just let you know, we're moving deep, head first into deliverance. Okay, we got Jake ambushing police, Russia is invading Ukraine as we speak. Okay, everything is falling into place. All right, this is the end. We're drawing near Yahawadah. It comes swiftly. The days are shortened. But with that, I want to say shalom.